a good time together on the set, make it light, because the workload was very heavy on us. But I could never gauge that whether she was going through any mental trauma or a depression, because what I believe is depression is real, but people normally don't tend to share it or show it to people in public.
What do you have to say about these strained ties, which is also being talked about? Because Tunisha's mother there very clearly has stated that the relationship had gone sour between Tunisha and Shehzan. Could you think that could be one of those reasons which the police is also looking into?
As far as I know, I never saw them really fighting on the set or having a quarrel or yelling at each other or shouting at each other. I have always seen them very cordial with each other. They were very professional on the sets, and they used to pull off their scenes very well. Their chemistry was very nice, which you could see on the screens. But whatever was going in their personal lives, I have no clue about that. What was actually going in their personal lives, but I could never see them in a bad way or in such way that it's been spoken about. But I believe that if a very strong and a very professional girl like Tunisha, if she has taken such step, there has to be something, and I totally believe that police is investigating and doing their job at their best. And I'm sure that whatever the reason is there, it should be investigated. Yes.
Also, since you've worked with her in the past, if you could tell us more about her friend circle, the kind of friends she had, and also what are the reactions coming in from her friend circle as we speak, especially when the probe is ongoing in this case?
I think everybody is speaking the same thing, that they could never gauge this thing, that if she is going through some personal depression or something like that. I think everybody is saying the same thing, that we always saw her joshing around, very bubbly. Like everybody is shocked, thinking that how could she take such a step? And it's really shocking, because nobody could gauge it, what she is actually going through. And I believe that there has to be a reason, and it should be investigated properly, every aspect of it. Her personal relationships and whatever is there, it should be investigated, I believe.
Right. Vineet, also, she was a young girl. Most people remember her as a very happy-go-lucky girl. That is exactly what you're also saying. But was she the kind of a person who would talk about her personal life, where she would particularly share details and anything of how her life was until she was in this relationship? Did you see her as a changed person after she was with Shehzan?
She always looked very happy, and especially she looked very happy around Shehzan. They both used to be very cordial on the set. Always, most of the time, they used to sit together on the sets, and I always saw them, very happy on the sets, and very professionally. They used to pull off their scenes. And I believe, I don't know any of her personal friend, but as far as all of her co-actors, all of us
Tunisha's
around her,
mother has to say that he was with other girls as well, and he had made promises of a commitment to her, but that was far from what he really was like in the relationship. She was under a lot of stress because of being with Shehzan. Anything that you're aware of or you can throw light on?
I don't think. I think Tunisha was a very private kind of a person. She never shared anything personal with all the co-actors, as far as we all are concerned. With me, she never shared anything very personal about her personal life, and we always saw them very happy on the sets. I think what if her mom, her relatives are saying something and such things, I think then it should be, it should be investigated.
Also, another part to it, do you think there is something amiss in this case? There could be a plot that needs to be unraveled here, especially when we talk about the role of the accused, which is being probed by the police, of course. But do you think there could be something fishy in this case?
I can't say anything about that. as far as I know, as I already told you, that they always looked very happy. See, if there would have been any fight or quarrel on the set, that I could have, said that, yeah, I saw them fighting with each other. But we never saw them like that. They were always very cordial, very happy with each other. They seemed very happy with each other when they were around each other. And I think if her family is saying this, then not just this, I think if it's a case of depression, all the aspects should be thoroughly investigated.
And just once again, for our viewers, if you were to remember her and talk to us more about the work that she's also done, if you could just tell us more about her personal life, the kind of friends she had, and of course the work she's done all these years.
She has been in the industry from such a long time. She was a child artist also. She worked in Fitur film. She played Katarina's younger self, and she was a very vibrant person. She was a very good actor, very professional on the sets. And one more thing that most of the people don't know, that she was a very good singer. She had an amazing voice, and she used to sing on the set. Whenever we used to have, time off from our scenes, she used to sing very nicely, and we used to jam. We used to have a nice time just to, have a little time off from our very tedious and very tiring working hours. And she used to sing very well, and I suggested her also that you should put it more on social media, let people know that you sing so well. Very vibrant person, very positive person, and all her friends, all of us, she would come to each and every person on the set, and she would greet them. She would, joke around with them. She would be nice to everybody on the set.
Vineet, you're also saying that the police must intensify the investigation. Have they got in touch with you regarding this case?
Not yet. I have been speaking to all the news channels, and because I don't know anything about her personal life or Shizan's personal life, I was a co-actor on the sets. That's all I know about them. I used to go on the set. We used to shoot together. We used to shoot our scenes together. Whatever is going on in their personal life, I really have no clue about that.
So, while the law will, of course, take its own course, but any important clue, anything for that matter that you could share with us that is probably going to be very important and key for the police in getting to the bottom of this case?
What I believe is depression is a real thing, and people tend to keep it hidden. People tend to do that. Depression is real. People ignore it. It should not be ignored. And it came as a shocker when she took her life, because a person like Tunisha, who has such a bright future, who had everything falling at the right place, she was doing such a massive show, and taking her life. There might be some not I think there might be some more reasons to it. If a person is going through depression, it takes a lot. I think for a person, it takes a lot to take their own life. So I think I totally believe in police investigation. I believe that they will investigate it, and not just her personal life. She would investigate all the other aspects also around her. Because if she was going through a depression in her life, that should also be investigated. What are the reasons? Not just her personal life, not just her relationships, and other aspects also. Because depression ke bahut sare reasons hote hain. There are so many reasons, and I think it needs to be investigated. Otherwise, I don't think a person like Tunisha would take such step.
Vineet, also share more details on how long Shizan and Tunisha were together, and what kind of a person was Shizan like on set and otherwise when you interacted with him?
He came. He came through as a very positive person, very hardworking, very ambitious person, who used to give his 100% to every scene. I bonded with him very well, and because I was playing his elder brother, we bonded like brothers, and nothing. He never shared anything related to his personal life with me. But as far as his professional life is concerned, he's a very hardworking guy. Uh, he used to concentrate on his scenes. He used to be focused, and he used to pull through his scenes with all his efforts. And he came through as a very positive person in life. And that's all I have to say about it. Nothing personal I know about him, because we never built such a relationship that we would discuss our personal lives with each other.
Little is known about, her personal life, but like you were telling us that her professional life was flourishing. She was only 20 years old. From
Yes.
what we've been able to gather, do you think there is something definitely, in her personal life that probably triggered her to take this extreme step?
Yeah. Otherwise, why would anybody take such a step? Ending your own life. There must be a massive reason. There must be a big reason behind it. That's what I'm saying. That I believe in my law of the country, and I believe that they will investigate it, and each and every aspect around it should be investigated, because it's a big loss to our industry that we lost such a brilliant actress at such a young age, and it should be investigated. Yes, not just her personal relationships, all the aspects around it. I think it should be investigated. Yes.
But Vineet, also help us understand, because TV actors spend a lot of time on sets, all day, literally long shifts, and given it's a daily show, etc. You tend to build friendships on the set with your co-actors, with the direction team, with the production team. Who were particular people that Tunisha, I beg your pardon, was close to, and people who probably had an insight into Shizan and Tunisha's relationship?
I think when we reach the sets every morning and we shoot, sometimes we have never-ending shifts, and yes, the work gets very tedious. Most of the days we are working 12 hours, 13 hours shift, and I think she was very well prepared for it, because she has been working from such a long time, and all the daily soap actors, we really get very used to never-ending shifts, working, because that's what our profession is. That's what we are here for, and I think that cannot be a reason, I believe, because she has been in the industry from such a long time, and I think she was very well aware of all the tedious hours and working shifts. And as far as the other people on the set is concerned, I think she was cordial, and she was respectful towards each and every person on the set. She used to speak respectfully with everybody, and all the set used to pamper her. Everybody used to pamper her on the set. She was really brilliant on the sets, and everybody was very cordial with her, and she was cordial with everybody as well.
Well, absolutely. Thank you so much. So that was Vineet Raina, co-actor who worked with Tunisha, and who also, speaking about her personal life, said that she was a very jovial girl. She loved her life, and that her career was also flourishing professionally. Thank you, Suryesha, as well as Vineet Raina, co-actor who worked with Tunisha on the sets. Slipping into a very short break, but news breaks to continue on the other side as well.
Your favorite service provider, 10, which gets you the best of entertainment, is back with something very special.
अभी मजा आएगा ना भिड़ो.
Your 3 favorite movie channels are bringing in super blockbuster films with features like wider picture and crystal clear sound straight to your home.
Wow. Oh, I love that expression.
To subscribe to your favorite channels, contact your local cable TV operator today or call 10 toll-free number 1-800-419-2020 now.
Guys, just 1 second. Choosing a car for my mom.
What? Online car shopping? Wow, that's so cool, yeah.
Shahrukh ne bataya.
Wait up. Booking a car service.
From here.
क्यों? तुझे शाहरुख ने नहीं बताया?
इसने पूछा ही नहीं. There's so much more जो शाहरुख ने नहीं बताया. It's all on the industry first My Hyundai app. Open a world of possibility with My Hyundai app. One app, many worlds.
Uncontrolled diabetes can lead to long-term complications and damage your heart, eyes, kidney and nerves if remains untreated.
With Beto's Diabetes Care Program, get online doctor consultation, all your prescribed medicines and a dietitian consultation. Get a free glucometer and expert advice with Beto's Diabetes Care Program. Give a missed call on 740 1100.
पढ़ता है, खेलता है, झूलता, उछलता है, दौड़ता, कभी कभी दौड़ कराता है, आगे आगे बढ़ता है इंडिया, अमूल दूध पीता है इंडिया.
And straight up cutting across to these visuals coming in from Rajasthan's Ajmer, where you can see it's a massive protest there being staged by the BJP workers. This over the paper leak matter. Remember, over 50 arrests have been made in this case, but as you can see, the BJP there out on the streets, completely up in arms against the Rajasthan government, while the state police is trying to control the situation. The BJP is there out on the streets protesting against the Rajasthan government over the paper leak case.
Tonight, a murder will be committed. If anyone can name the killer, that person wins our game.
This is truly delightful.
Holy
There has been a murder. For one person, this is not a game. The killer wouldn't hesitate to kill again.
You must be really great at clues.
I'm very bad at dumb things.
Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery.
Yeah, Ajay, look at your dad. Will we be the same at his age?
Absolutely yes, if we plan our future like him.
How?
My father had invested in LIC's Jeevan Akshay, which gives immediate and guaranteed annuity at regular intervals, that too for life.
Wow. But do we have to wait until his age?
Absolutely not. We recently invested in LIC's new Jeevan Shanti, which gives deferred annuity, which means regular income after some years.
I see.
LIC's annuity plans give 10 annuity options and flexibility in receiving regular income. LIC, हर पल आपके साथ.
India welcomes those who further India's pride across the globe. Indian diaspora, partners of New India's growth journey in Amrit Kaal. Come and be a part of the 17th Pravasi Bharati Divas from 8th to 10th January 2023 at Indore, Madhya Pradesh, India. For registration, log on to pbdindia.gov.in.
बच्चों का उत्साह, बच्चों के अंदर एक उमंग का भाव और बच्चों के अंदर एक गर्व की अनुभूति कि मात्र 9 वर्ष और 7 वर्ष की उम्र में जिन साहिबजादों ने अपने धर्म की रक्षा के लिए अपना बलिदान दिया है, उस बलिदान को ये आत्मसात करें, उन मूल्यों को, और राष्ट्र प्रथम के संकल्प के साथ अपने जीवन में शिक्षा प्राप्त करें, अपने कर्तव्य पथ पर आगे बढ़ें। और इसीलिए हमारे धर्म के प्रतीक, हमारे पताकाएं भी इनके हाथों में है और हमारे राष्ट्र।
All right, straight up cutting across to more news break coming in. This one in the Kochhar case. We're now given to understand that Chanda Kochhar and Deepak Kochhar have been brought to court by the CBI. In fact, more news break coming in that Kochhars have been brought to court by the CBI. In fact, a permission has also been granted by the court to the lawyer to speak to Kochhars. So that's the news break coming in this hour. In fact, not just the Kochhars, Venugopal Dhoot has also been produced by the CBI before the court. So, back-to-back news breaks coming in. In the case, Chanda Kochhar and Deepak Kochhar, who've been brought to court by the CBI. In fact, permission has been granted by the court to the lawyer to speak to Kochhars. So, we now given to understand that the lawyer will be speaking to Chanda Kochhar as well as her husband, Deepak Kochhar. This is, of course, in relation to the scam case, the Videocon scam, the ICICI Bank scam case. In fact, Venugopal Dhoot has also been produced by the CBI before the court.
Exactly, those are the details we are bringing for you this minute at 2:59 p.m. where the Kochhars have been brought to court by the CBI. Remember, Venugopal Dhoot was also arrested this morning. He's also been produced in the court along with Chanda Kochhar and Deepak Kochhar, as the CBI had questioned the couple for 2 days, after which they've been produced in court again. Abhishek Kapoor, Senior Executive Editor, joining us on the broadcast. Abhishek, what more do we know at this point, all three of them in the court?
Well, they have been produced in the court now, Suisha, and I believe the CBI objected to Kochhar's request to have a conversation among themselves, and the court, in fact, granted permission despite the CBI objection. Essentially, Chanda and Deepak Kochhar wanting to have a word with each other. But remember, Venugopal Dhoot, arrested earlier in the day, also produced in the court. We are told by our sources that the CBI wants to confront both the sides with the information it gathered independently. So, for example, this latest round of activity in the case has happened, and in fact, the arrests have happened after Venugopal Dhoot was in fact grilled in November, following which the Kochhar couple were called, and subsequent to their unsatisfactory answers, and in fact what sources tell us, an attempt to mislead the agency that the couple was arrested, subsequent to which Venugopal Dhoot has been arrested today. The case, of course, we know about ICICI Bank giving loans to Venugopal Dhoot's company when Chanda Kochhar was the MD of the bank, and subsequently Venugopal Dhoot transferring some funds to a company, New Power, owned by Kochhar. Now, that transfer of money was believed to be a kickback. Also, in fact, Venugopal Dhoot's company had a flat in Mumbai, in South Mumbai to be precise, bought sometime in 1996, and that also was transferred to one of the trusts run by Kochhar. So that also was part of the kickback, and that's the investigation for which the three might be questioned or confronted with whatever information the agency has gathered. So as of now, they have been produced in the court. The Kochhars wanted a conversation between themselves, a private conversation, which despite objections by the CBI has been allowed by the judge. And now there would be arguments from both the sides on whether Venugopal Dhoot can also be given custodial interrogation. Remember, the last 3 days were the turn of Kochhars to be questioned in custody. The CBI might say that in the custodial interrogation, they have got more facts from the Kochhars, because of which they have gone on to arrest Venugopal Dhoot, and it might now be the turn of Dhoot to be questioned in custody.
Actually, that was going to be my next question to you, Abhishek, that what are the likely chances that the CBI will try and seek further custody for the Kochhars and also have Venugopal Dhoot in custody, such that all three of them can be questioned, and a chance that the CBI might want to question them together?
No, that's in fact the objective. The whole idea of arresting Venugopal Dhoot was that there are certain facts that have emerged post the questioning of the Kochhars in custody, and that even Venugopal Dhoot needs to be confronted with those facts. It need be, face to face with the Kochhars. So that's the reason why they have been produced in court. We are expecting that the CBI, in fact, would be seeking custodial interrogation of Dhoot as well, given the fact that a criminal breach of trust section has been sought by the CBI in this investigation, and which is a serious offence. It is the sources tell us that all these transactions happened with all the accused being on the same page, and despite that, when they have been questioned, at least the Kochhars, for example, Chanda, for example, has been saying she does not know anything about the transactions carried on by her husband or between the Dhoots and Deepak Kochhar, and that she was not privy to them. So the agency believes otherwise, and to think that these are essentially proceeds of crime, and these are in the nature of kickbacks and routing of money and whatnot. And that's why we have seen a parallel investigation going on by the Enforcement Directorate also, Suesha. And now with the CBI picking up pace, remember the case had almost gone into a cold storage for the last couple of years. The preliminary inquiry had in fact started sometime in 2018, and then in 2019 it picked up pace. Also, the latest round also suggests, Suesha, and that's significant, in fact, that there seems to be some political linkages between the accused or with the accused, and that also needs to be investigated, looked into, questioned. And Venugopal Dhoot, for example, was he doing these transactions at the behest of some powers that be at that time? Remember, this is of the UPA era, UPA 1 specifically. And so were there some others involved? And all this is happening to take the investigation forward, and in the light of the fact or the information that there is likelihood of some political connections also tumbling out. So it's not stopping at these people. Remember, these are very senior levels of corporate sector which came under the spotlight and under the scanner, subsequent to which these arrests have taken place. So a little more clarity needs to be there as to whether this was all a corruption from an era when all those scams really came out, which led to the undoing of the UPA and the Congress party. So whether there was some political connection, whether within these transactions there is a subset of political transactions which would have benefited those people at the helm at that time in any manner, all those aspects are being looked into. The CBI has a broad mandate under the Prevention of Corruption Act, and as I mentioned, the latest round of activity and the case coming out of cold storage has happened post-November, when Venugopal Dhoot was grilled, and there were some loose ends that really came out, and the agency wanted to connect the dots. And given the fact that the Kochhars really did not cooperate in terms of the information or validating of the information that had come out of Dhoot's interrogation, which led to their arrest, and based on their questioning in custody, the CBI, I believe, came to a conclusion that even Venugopal Dhoot needs to be arrested, which means, Suesha, for the benefit of viewers, that if CBI has moved this far, obviously there is a lot of information about which all these accused in the case, the Kochhars, both Chanda and Deepak and Venugopal Dhoot, have been, if not outrightly not cooperating, then perhaps misleading the agency, because of which it went ahead and has carried out the arrests in what is typically seen as a white-collar crime. Also, do not forget that these are same modus operandi which we have seen in investigations like the Yes Bank scam, like the HDIL scam, among others. So obviously, it's connected. It's appeased with what was happening at that time in the corruption domain, and the agency picking up threads from where it left and has moved in the direction of these arrests. Obviously, in a while, we would know whether the CBI really wants a custodial interrogation of Venugopal Dhoot. Also, sources tell us, yes, that might happen. In fact, as we speak, arguments have begun, and for Chanda Kochhar, it's going to be Amit Desai, senior counsel, appearing in Bombay, and Advocate Vikram Chaudhary is to appear for Deepak, and Sandeep Lata appearing for Venugopal Dhoot. These are for the accused, and then, of course, the CBI to be represented, obviously, by the possibly the additional Solicitor General in Mumbai. We're waiting for that. Very likely, of course, custodial interrogation of Venugopal Dhoot also to be sought.
Absolutely, Abhishek. You put out every detail of the big picture, and I also want to tell our viewers that on our screens right now are live pictures coming in from the Mumbai court, where the Kochhars are being produced. Let's also add that Venugopal Dhoot will also be produced in the same court. And like Abhishek is telling us, that the primary aim is that the CBI seeks further custody for the Kochhars and Venugopal Dhoot as well. As Abhishek pointing out that information from the Kochhars that may have led to strong evidences against Venugopal Dhoot, that the CBI went ahead to arrest Venugopal Dhoot also this morning. And now all three have been produced in court. Those are live pictures coming in from outside court, where Chanda Kochhar, Deepak Kochhar, Venugopal Dhoot are being produced in the Mumbai court. And very shortly, I'm being told that the hearing is set to begin. Also, like Abhishek was telling us, that Senior Counsel Amit Desai will be appearing for Chanda Kochhar, and Advocate Vikram Chaudhary, who will be appearing for Deepak Kochhar. Advocate Sandeep Lata appearing for Venugopal Dhoot. Abhishek, I want to come back to you because it is important to put out details of new power, renewables, and the link between the three, Chanda Kochhar, Deepak Kochhar, and Venugopal Dhoot. Allegations of how Venugopal Dhoot had invested 64 crore rupees in new power renewables, which was managed by Deepak Kochhar as a part of quid pro quo months after the Videocon group was granted the loan by ICICI Bank between 2010 and 2012, when Chanda Kochhar was the CEO leading ICICI Bank. And this exactly is the link that is being alleged between the three that the CBI is now probing into. Not too sure if Abhishek can hear me, but remember, the hearing has begun. These are the latest details that are just coming in. The hearing has begun. Pictures that came in a short while ago of Chanda Kochhar making her way inside the Mumbai court. Also, Deepak Kochhar and Venugopal Dhoot, all of them in that Mumbai court, where the matter will now be heard. Inside information we are picking up of how the Kochhars were requesting the judge to have a conversation, but the CBI had objected to it. And whether they are really cooperating with the agency is also the big question. It is this particular link between the three that is now under the scanner, and the political links also. As Abhishek puts it, a white-collar crime, and Chanda Kochhar, Deepak Kochhar and Venugopal Dhoot, how exactly were they helping each other benefit? As the allegation against Chanda Kochhar of misusing her official power while she was heading ICICI Bank. Remember, she had to quit in 2018. And this was the loan that was cleared by a committee that Chanda Kochhar was a member of. This is the allegation made by the CBI, that she had misused and abused her official position and got illegal gratification through her husband from it. And we shift our focus now to the Tunisha death case, where more details have come in of what exactly had happened on that day. Now, what the family says is that Tunisha had left for shoot. She was happy. She had left as per routine. She had gone to the set where she was shooting in Naigaon. And at 3 p.m., the crew had broken for lunch. At 3 p.m., she had had lunch with Shizan. 3:15 is the time when she committed suicide. The police is now looking into details of what transpired in those 15 minutes. What is it that led to Tunisha's suicide? Remember, the mother has been blaming Shizan for the death of her daughter, and she's saying that the strictest of punishment must be given to him. Let's listen in. Vineet, also share more details on how long Shizan and Tunisha were together, and what kind of a person was Shizan like on set and otherwise when you interacted with him?
He came through as a very positive person, very hardworking, very ambitious person who used to give his 100% to every scene. I bonded with him very well, and because I was playing his elder brother, we bonded like brothers, and nothing. He never shared anything related to his personal life with me. But as far as his professional life is concerned, he's a very hardworking guy. He used to concentrate on his scenes. He used to be focused, and he used to pull through his scenes with all his efforts. And he came through as a very positive person in life. And that's all I have to say about it. Nothing personal I know about him, because we never built such a relationship that we would discuss our personal lives with each other.
Little is known about, her personal life, but like you were telling us that her professional life was flourishing. She was only 20 years old. From
Yes.
what we've been able to gather, do you think there is something definitely, in her personal life that probably triggered her to take this extreme step?
Yeah. Otherwise, why would anybody take such a step? Ending your own life. There must be a massive reason. There must be a big reason behind it. That's what I'm saying. That I believe in my law of the country, and I believe that they will investigate it, and each and every aspect around it should be investigated, because it's a big loss to our industry that we lost such a brilliant actress at such a young age, and it should be investigated. Yes, not just her personal relationships, all the aspects around it. I think it should be investigated. Yes.
But Vineet, also help us understand, because TV actors spend a lot of time on sets, all day, literally long shifts, and given it's a daily show, etc. You tend to build friendships on the set with your co-actors, with the direction team, with the production team. Who were particular people that Tunisha, I beg your pardon, was close to, and people who probably had an insight into Shizan and Tunisha's relationship?
I think when we reach the sets every morning and we shoot, sometimes we have never-ending shifts, and yes, the work gets very tedious. Most of the days we are working 12 hours, 13 hours shift, and I think she was very well prepared for it, because she has been working from such a long time, and all the daily soap actors, we really get very used to never-ending shifts, working, because that's what our profession is. That's what we are here for, and I think that cannot be a reason. I believe, because she has been in the industry from such a long time, and I think she was very well aware of all the tedious hours and working shifts. And as far as the other people on the set is concerned, I think she was cordial, and she was respectful towards each and every person on the set. She used to speak respectfully with everybody, and all the set used to pamper her. Everybody used to pamper her on the set. She was really brilliant on the sets, and everybody was very cordial with her, and she was cordial with everybody as well.
And Sandeep now joining us live on the broadcast. Sandeep, give us details, the latest coming in of how Tunisha's family will be going to JJ Hospital at close to 4 p.m. After which they will complete the paperwork, take the mortal remains of Tunisha, and the last rites to be conducted tomorrow. What more can you tell us?
So yes, the family members of Tunisha Sharma have in fact left from Meera Road, and they will be going to JJ Hospital, after which mortal remains will be taken and be kept in Meera Road in Meera Road mortuary, nearby mortuary, and after that tomorrow her mortal remains will be brought back to their home, and later on they will follow the funeral of Tunisha Sharma. Now we have got some exclusive information in regards of Shizan Khan and the investigation that is going on. Now, on one end, police has said, in fact, the sources in the police has said that they have sent a blood sample of Tunisha Sharma the ornaments that she was wearing on that same day, and also the dress that she was wearing. Everything is being sent for forensic examination at Kalina Forensic Lab. Apart from that, there were some blood remains on the body that was also found. So that is the reason that the police officials and a few of the police officials of Walev police station were also sent on the set of Alibaba to check whether there are more blood stains on the set where she was working. Apart from that, something big that we have got to know, that police has got to know about the secret girlfriend of Shizan Khan, and following which police is in lookout for her to record her statement. Possibly by today or tomorrow her statement would be recorded, and as of now police is not revealing the details of the women that he was dating when Tunisha was also in relationship. So this is new angle that we have got to know that he was doing double date, and in fact for the same reason, remember, Tunisha was unhappy with the fact that he had broken up the relationship with Tunisha, and hence she had to take that very step to commit suicide. So possibly police is in lookout for that very woman who Shizan was dating, and her statement will be very much crucial. And in fact, the WhatsApp chats are also being extracted.
So that is very much in line with the
police
allegations that Tunisha's mother has made until now, and exactly is what is coming to light in the investigation, Sandeep, like you're telling us. Also, that mystery that the police is trying to solve, at 3 p.m. she had lunch with Shizan on the sets. At 3:15 she committed suicide. What exactly transpired between those 15 minutes, for which phones of both Tunisha and Shizan are also now being inspected by the forensics team to break down the chats, the call logs and the turn of events on that day?
See, what police officials are informed us that when they interrogated Shizan, Shizan mentioned that Tunisha was very upset with the fact that the relationship was not going good, and in fact they had already broken up, and for the same reason she was not eating anything. And in the makeup room, when they went into makeup room at around 3 p.m. He tried convincing Tunisha to have some food, but Tunisha was not having it. Later on, Shizan went on for his shot for the serial that he was shooting, but after 15 minutes that Tunisha committed suicide. So he also mentions that he was also in the shock that Tunisha would take this kind of step, although police is not considering his statement, but yes, that is what he has said to police officials.
Sandeep, some reports suggest that Shizan had at an earlier point tried to stop Tunisha when she had attempted to commit suicide, and he had also informed her family of the same, that she has attempted such an act. So the family was in the know-how of the fact that she was not in the right state of mind.
See, first thing that what our sources have told us, Shizan said to officials when during the interrogation about the breakup story. He says that as Shraddha Walkar case came into the light, so he was scared with the fact that if if he gets going with the Tunisha Sharma, and as Tunisha was very possessive about her, then something wrong can happen, and hence he broke up with her. That is what is being told by officials, and that is what his his statement has been given to police official during the interrogation. Also, police is not considering it, but yes, he is also saying that it could have turned love jihad, and hence he didn't wanted to keep the relation ship with Tunisha. But how much consideration will police give to this fact? That is something more and more investigation will reveal. But as far as you,
Absolutely. Yes, Sandeep, thank you for getting us those details. Let's quickly listen into what Tunisha's mother has said and the allegations she's making against Shiza.
मैं सबको आप सब मीडिया वालों को ये बताना चाहती हूँ कि शिजान ने टुनीशा को धोखा दिया, उसके साथ पहले रिलेशनशिप बनाया, शादी का वादा करके फिर उसने टुनीशा से ब्रेकअप किया और उसका पहले किसी लड़की के साथ इन्वॉल्वमेंट थी, उसके बावजूद भी टुनीशा को उसने इन्वॉल्व रखा अपने साथ, 3-4 महीने उसको यूज़ किया। बस मैं इतना कहना चाह रही हूँ कि इसको सज़ा मिलनी चाहिए, शिजान को नहीं छोड़ना। मेरा बच्चा गया है, बस बाकी मीडिया बहुत कोऑपरेट कर रही है। मैं तहे दिल से शुक्रिया करती हूँ मीडिया का।
And more details coming in as the Kochhar duo and Venugopal Dhoot are in the Mumbai court where the matter is being heard. And the latest coming in of how the CBI has sought 3 more days to interrogate the Kochhars. Remember, it's been 3 days already that the Kochhars were in CBI custody. They were being questioned by the officials. And the CBI is now seeking further custody, 3 more days to interrogate the Kochhars. Remember, Advocate Vikram Chaudhary for Deepak Kochhar is also putting forth his arguments, saying that in 2017 a preliminary inquiry had opened, but nothing transpired from that. But in 2018 there was a pyramid shift and things had drastically changed as far as the line of investigation was there. Also post July 2018, they had to carry the previous approval. So arguments being made in court by Vikram Chaudhary, who is representing Deepak Kochhar. This as CBI has sought 3 more days in custody for the Kochhars. Abhishek Kapoor, Senior Executive Editor, with us, getting us details of what's being argued inside court. Abhishek, what's being said on all the sides?
Well, Suresha, so 3 days custody sought for Kochhars, like 3 more days, which means that obviously whatever CBI has gathered over the last 3 days, the agency is not satisfied at the answers given by the Kochhar couple. We have seen Venugopal Dhoot being arrested, obviously based on the information gathered, and the agency wants to really confront both the sides. And clearly the argument was that despite being in custody, the couple has not cooperated, and they want a longer duration questioning, possibly coordinated with Venugopal Dhoot's custodial interrogation, which I believe the agency would be seeking after it is done with the petition or plea for the Kochhars. And the argument from the other side obviously is that the CBI in fact is trying to be the judge, and she's a senior citizen, and that the manner in which the CBI is conducting itself is not good. Those are the arguments from the Kochhar side. Advocate Vikram Chaudhary appearing for Deepak Kochhar, for example, and another argument has been that there was no previous approval taken, and which has been breached. FIR also recorded for an offence which is no longer statutory. Obviously, Vikram Chaudhary is mentioning about the changes in the law that have happened post-2019. The case, of course, pertains to 2018 when the preliminary inquiry had started, and in fact, the commission of offence also happened in the 2009-2011 period. But these are, as I said, the arguments on the side of the accused. So far as the agency is concerned, they continue to maintain that they need more time for questioning of the accused. Remember, both Chanda and Deepak Kochhar happen to be accused number 4 and 5, and there are others involved. And unless they are able to connect the dots in the in what is now believed to be the Videocon case in which loans were sanctioned by the ICICI Bank when Chanda Kochhar happened to be the MD and CEO. Some of the money from the sanctioned loans went into Deepak Kochhar's company, and it is believed, according to the agency, that this was in the nature of kickbacks and corruption, which is why the whole case began. Also, now there are possible political links, and that's something which we believe through our sources is something which is really concerning the agency insofar as the present round of investigation goes. So the political links need to be found out both at the end of Kochhar and the end of Venugopal Dhoot, whether the money that was sanctioned by way of loans and then some of which got converted into NPAs, was it part of some kind of laundering plan? Was it part of some kind of criminal conspiracy? All those aspects are significant, and that's why arguments going on both the sides as of now, with the CBI seeking 3 more days custody of Kochhar.
Right. Abhishek, we have to slip into a very short commercial break, but we'll come back to all the updates on this on the other side. Also, the other big stories we're tracking for you this afternoon. Tunisha's mother has claimed that Shizan was in a relationship with other girls as well, and he used to torture Tunisha.
Amity faculty have filed over 1,700 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been conferred with the National Intellectual Property Award by Government of India for being the top Indian academic institution for patents and commercialization.
क्या हुआ रोहन? क्या सोच रहा है?
रिया, पहली सैलरी मिली है, तुम भी कुछ आइडिया दो, एक्सपेंसेस को कैसे प्लान किया जाए?
रोहन, एक्सपेंसेस के साथ साथ इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लान करना भी जरूरी है।
देखो, सैलरी का कुछ हिस्सा घर के रेगुलर खर्चे के लिए और कुछ मैं अपने लिए भी तो सोच सकता हूँ ना, लेकिन इन्वेस्ट कहाँ करूँ?
सिंपल है, एनपीएस में।
एनपीएस में? रिया, अभी तो मैंने कमाना शुरू किया है, इतना आगे के लिए अभी से क्यों पैसे जोड़ूं?
वो देखो, एक एक करके ईंट जोड़ी जाती है, तब जाके एक घर तैयार होता है। वैसे ही अभी से पैसे जोड़कर हम भी अपना रिटायरमेंट सुखी बना सकते हैं।
बात में तो दम है।
एनपीएस कम लागत वाली फ्लेक्सिबल लॉन्ग टर्म योजना है, जिससे आपकी बचत ग्रो होकर पेंशन का लाभ देती है।
अच्छा, फिर तो मैं अभी अपना एनपीएस अकाउंट ओपन करता हूँ।
जो कल की सोचते हैं वो आज से ही थोड़ा-थोड़ा जोड़ते हैं।
पेंशन है तो टेंशन नहीं। एनपीएस में निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है।
औरंगजेब और उसके लोग गुरु गोविंद सिंह के बच्चों का धर्म तलवार के दम पर बदलना चाहते थे। वो वीर बालक मौत से भी नहीं घबराए।
The Prime Minister makes a big statement, mentions how Aurangzeb tried forced conversions, but Sahibzades did not give in. Rare in the history that the story of sacrifice are forgotten, says the Prime Minister, hailing Guru Gobind Singh and his sons. Tunisha's mother claims that Shizan was in a relationship with other women, cheated and tortured her daughter. Police sources reveal just 15 minutes before the alleged suicide, Tunisha had lunch at about 3 p.m. with Shizan. Congress's Pawan Khera now commemorates Jinnah in a tweet as he remembers his speech from 1947. Commemorates Jinnah on the same day as the Congress launches the attack and insult on Bharat Ratna, late Atal Bihari Vajpayee. A very good afternoon and thank you for staying with us on Republic. I'm Deepthi Sachdeva. We are putting our focus on a story that has bothered all of us for the last few days. It's bothered us, it's shocked us. There are so many unanswered questions. How and why did Tunisha allegedly commit suicide? Was this a suicide or is there more to the case than what meets the eye? According to the police, Tunisha happily leaves her home on Saturday morning to go to the serial set. Later, Shizan and Tunisha have lunch together in the makeup room at 3 p.m. after the first shift shoot was over. The police investigating the matter says that what really happened in those 15 minutes could possibly hold the crux to the entire story. You're also, in fact, aware of how the mother has released the first statement, and she does say that the duo were in a relationship, and she says that she strongly believes that Shizan here is accountable for Tunisha's death. Let's also get in our colleague Sandeep, who's tracking that story, and he has more details. You know, Sandeep, a lot possibly will now hinge on the police investigation to tell us what really happened in those 15 minutes. And if, you know, the co-workers are to be believed, everything was good, everything was fine. Even on Instagram, she had put out a post, is what we are given to understand now. But then what happens between the two having lunch and Tunisha going to commit suicide? I mean, what happened in those 15 minutes?
So as far as, you know, if Shazan's statement given to police officials, that's what, during the interrogation, he mentions that, Tunisha Sharma was not happy and she was not, she was unable to take the breakup, and for the same reason, she was not even eating anything and any food or something. So, you know, Shazan had, convinced her to have lunch together, and at around 3 p.m. in the makeup room, they had, in fact, Shazan was trying to convince her to eat something, but Tunisha was not eating anything. That is what Shazan says to police officials. Apart from that, Deepthi, after convincing her, and he left for his shot, and after 15 minutes of that, she committed suicide. That is what Shazan is telling to police at this point of time. But it will be very much important to see whether police will consider his statement or not, because this is something that he says. But on the other hand, police have to, connect all the dots in regards to this case. So there are several other answers which needs to be given. So at this point of time, Shazan's statement will, how much that will be important, that is also very crucial.
Absolutely. Sandeep, why don't you stay with us? Let's quickly make way to listen into what Tunisha's mother has to say. She, remember, has broken her silence. She's in a very distraught condition, but she does say that she does recall the fact that Tunisha and Shizan have not had a happy relationship. She said there was a breakup, and apparently Tunisha was being harassed.
मैं सबको, आप सब मीडिया वालों को ये बताना चाहती हूँ कि शिजान ने टुनीशा को धोखा दिया, उसके साथ पहले रिलेशनशिप बनाया, शादी का वादा करके फिर उसने टुनीशा से ब्रेकअप किया, और उसका पहले किसी लड़की के साथ इन्वॉल्वमेंट थी, उसके बावजूद भी टुनीशा को उसने इन्वॉल्व रखा अपने साथ, 3-4 महीने उसको यूज़ किया। बस मैं इतना कहना चाह रही हूँ कि इसको सज़ा मिलनी चाहिए, शिजान को नहीं छोड़ना। मेरा बच्चा गया है, बस बाकी मीडिया बहुत कोऑपरेट कर रही है। मैं तहे दिल से शुक्रिया करती हूँ मीडिया का।
So that is a statement that the mother actually has made. Let's go back to Sandeep, who's been tracking the investigation. Now, Sandeep, what does the police so far say? Because a breakup possibly, is not a good enough reason for abetment to suicide, is what the IPC clearly says. Now, do they have more evidence? Have they been able to scan through the call records or any other data to essentially establish the fact that Shizan and Tunisha were actually in a troubled relationship, and possibly he could have been behind Tunisha committing suicide, or they believe that there is more to this case, Sandeep, than what meets the eye?
See, the major reason Dipti out here is that she was the reason why Tunisha was upset and distressed with the fact that, you know, Shizan was dating multiple girls at the same point of time when Tunisha was in fact with him. And in fact, when she got to know, she was really broken. And in fact, when this thing appeared before her, she in fact Shizan in fact broke up with the Tunisha at that point of time. So she cannot even take the breakup as well, and neither she could bear the fact that Shizan is also dating other girls as well. Now on the same line, Deepthi, same line, police investigation is underway, and in fact what we have been told that police will be taking the statement of the secret girlfriend that Shizan used to date, and in fact most likely that her statement will be taken in a day or two, could be today or by tomorrow. It could happen here at Walev police station, otherwise there could be any other undisclosed location wherein her statement will be taken. But her statement will be very much important in regards to this case, and not only her, but all other women he was in relationship with. So police will not leave any stone unturned in regards to this case, Dipti.
All right, Sandeep, please stay on with me. Let's also get in Suesha, who has more details on what are the reactions, Suesha, so far, whether, that it's about co-actors, people who are working on the set, because clearly, when you're in a workplace, you're at a set, you have multiple people there. Is there any account of anyone who possibly could have heard, seen anything that they believe was not normal?
Oh yes, absolutely, Deepthi, and which is exactly what the police is doing right now as they continue to investigate. They are questioning all those people, especially on set, who were working with Tunisha and Shizan. Now, when we speak to some of them, they say that Tunisha was a very happy-go-lucky girl, a young, bright 20-year-old who was very hardworking, ambitious, had been working from a very young age. She was a child artist. She was exposed to TV life in her early teens. She also worked on a couple of films where she again played a child artist, after which she started doing this show where she was working with Shizan on this particular show. Then again, that is exactly what the mother of Tunisha also says, that everything was going well for her, and for her to actually take a step this drastic has shocked the entire industry, has shocked those people who knew them closely, who were working with her and working with them on set. Now those of course who were professionally attached to Tunisha and Shizan say that we don't and didn't really know about her personal life or what exactly was happening between the two of them. Yes, on set everything was normal, everything was cordial, they shared a good equation, but clearly a lot was happening, especially now this particular angle of the very fact that Shizan was the last person she had interacted with. She met him at 3 p.m. on that day, because the family of Tunisha saying that she had gone on Saturday morning to that Naigaon set where the shoot used to happen, and all was well. It didn't seem like she was showing any signs of something that was upsetting her. She went to her workplace. She was in the makeup room. 3 p.m. is when she had lunch with Shizan. Now Sandeep is also giving us details of how Shizan had tried to offer her food. She was upset over something and she had refused to eat. But the very fact that she was with Shizan at 3 p.m. and 3:15 is when she committed suicide. So exactly what is the mystery that the police is now trying to decode of what transpired in those 15 minutes. What is it that the two of them had spoken? Forensics team also looking into both their mobile phones, decoding the chats that happened between the two of them. What had happened 15 days before Tunisha committed suicide, that they had broken up. Due to what reason? A secret friend that Shizan had. Exactly the allegation that Tunisha's mother is also making, that he was with many other girls and he was never serious in that relationship, although Tunisha was all into that relationship, and she was misguided and she was under a lot of stress. But remember, Shizan has also been claiming that As far as a suicide attempt is concerned, Tunisha had attempted that, moved towards that even in the past, and Shizan had stopped her and he had informed the family. So the police obviously now interrogating all those who had known them and looking into all these details.
Okay. All right, Suesha, once more, let's make way to listen into what the family says. Tunisha's mother, she's breaking her silence, and this is exactly where she says that I sense that something was not right between the two, and she clearly believes that Shehzan here is to be blamed. But Tunisha, not more in this world anymore. Let's quickly listen in, Suesha and Sandeep, to the mother, then we come back to you.
मैं सबको आप सब मीडिया वालों को ये बताना चाहती हूँ कि शिजान ने टुनीशा को धोखा दिया, उसके साथ पहले रिलेशनशिप बनाया, शादी का वादा करके फिर उसने टुनीशा से ब्रेकअप किया और उसका पहले किसी लड़की के साथ इन्वॉल्वमेंट थी, उसके बावजूद भी टुनीशा को उसने इन्वॉल्व रखा अपने साथ, 3-4 महीने उसको यूज़ किया। बस मैं इतना कहना चाह रही हूँ कि इसको सज़ा मिलनी चाहिए, शिजान को नहीं छोड़ना। मेरा बच्चा गया है, बस बाकी मीडिया बहुत कोऑपरेट कर रही है, मैं तहे दिल से शुक्रिया करती हूँ मीडिया का।
एक बार उसके लोग गुरु गोविंद सिंह के बच्चों का धर्म तलवार के दम पर बदलना चाहते, वो वीर बालक मौत से भी नहीं घबराए।
That's the Prime Minister making a big statement mentioning how Aurangzeb tried forced conversions, but Sahibzades did not give in. Also, the Congress's Pawan Khera commemorating Muhammad Ali Jinnah in a tweet as he remembers his speech from 1947.
ऑलराउंडर हम भी हैं।
और तुम्हारा किचन? कभी स्टेन्स, कभी जर्म्स, तो कभी पानी। आपके किचन और बाथरूम्स को चाहिए MYK लेटिक्रीट SP100, टाइल जॉइंट का ऑलराउंडर। MYK लेटिक्रीट SP100, जोड़ हो तो ऐसा।
Your favorite service provider, 10, which gets you the best of entertainment, is back with something very special.
अभी मजा आएगा ना भिड़ो।
Your 3 favorite movie channels are bringing in super blockbuster films with features like wider picture and crystal clear sound straight to your home.
Wow. Oh, I love that expression.
To subscribe to your favorite channels, contact your local cable TV operator today or call 10 toll-free number 1-800-419-2020 now. Reimagineering brighter futures with smarter steels. ArcelorMittal, Nippon Steel India. Smarter steels, brighter futures.
It is important to keep your HbA1c in the target range of 6.5 to 7% to avoid complications.
With Beto's Diabetes Care program, get online doctor consultation, all your prescribed medicines and a dietitian consultation. Get a free glucometer and expert advice with Beto's Diabetes Care program. Give a missed call on 740-1100.
You know it's only a drill, and yet you train like it is the real thing. Because one day, at a second's notice, it will be. One day, you'll come together as an invincible team. And every second you save will be a life saved. The Indian Air Force is looking for an exceptional team. A team that is truly a cut above.
Join the Indian Air Force to be a cut above.
Everyone looks at the world today. At Hyundai, we go beyond. with experiences that take us forward. Innovations that are intuitive. At Hyundai, we are going beyond mobility, and you are welcome to join us.
साथियों, इतनी कम उम्र में साहबजादों के इस बलिदान में हमारे लिए एक और बड़ा उपदेश छिपा हुआ है। आप उस दौर की कल्पना करिए, औरंगजेब के आतंक के खिलाफ, भारत को बदलने के उसके मंसूबों के खिलाफ गुरु गोविंद सिंह जी पहाड़ की तरह खड़े थे, लेकिन जोरावर सिंह साहब और फतेह सिंह साहब जैसे कम उम्र के बालकों से औरंगजेब और उसकी सल्तनत की क्या दुश्मनी हो सकती थी। दो निर्दोष बालकों को दीवार में जिंदा चुनवाने जैसी दरिंदगी क्यों की गई? वो इसलिए क्योंकि औरंगजेब और उसके लोग गुरु गोविंद सिंह के बच्चों का धर्म तलवार के दम पर बदलना चाहते थे। जिस समाज में, जिस राष्ट्र में उसकी नई
The suicide that shocked India. Republic TV giving you back-to-back update on Tunisha Sharma suicide case. Stay tuned.
Amity faculty have filed over 1,700 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been conferred with the National Intellectual Property Award by Government of India for being the top Indian academic institution for patents and commercialization.
Your favorite service provider, Den, which gets you the best of entertainment, is back with something very special.
अभी मजा आएगा ना भिड़ो।
Your three favorite movie channels are bringing in super blockbuster films with features like wider picture and crystal clear sound straight to your home.
Wow. Oh, I love that expression.
To subscribe to your favorite channels, contact your local cable TV operator today or call Den toll-free number 1-800-419-2020 now.
India welcomes those who further India's pride across the globe. Indian diaspora, partners of New India's growth journey in Amritkal. Come and be a part of the 17th Pravasi Bharti Divas from 8th to 10th January 2023 at Indore, Madhya Pradesh, India. For registration, log on to pbdindia.gov.in.
ये सामने फ्यूल पंप है, वहां से ले लें।
जी सर फ्यूल तो पिछले पंप में भी मिल जाता, इंडियन ऑयल में ऐसा क्या है?
कुछ है स्पेशल, खुद ही देख लेना।
स्पेशल?
अरे इंडियन ऑयल की तो बात ही कुछ और है।
जरा देखिए, फ्यूल तो बराबर डाल रहे हैं ना।
अरे यहाँ कंप्लीट ऑटोमेशन है, मतलब प्योर और पूरा दोनों ही। इन सेंट्रली मॉनिटर्ड मशीन्स की एक-एक रीडिंग का हिसाब है यहाँ पर।
वाह सर।
याद है ना, इंडियन ऑयल की बात ही कुछ और है। इंडियन ऑयल, पहले इंडियन फिर ऑयल।
BSF has foiled another Pakistani bid to smuggle the weapons and drugs in Indian territory, and they have shot down another drone of Pakistan in Amritsar border, nearby the international border, by BSF. And even late night this drone sortie was detected nearby the Amritsar international border and opened multiple fires, and finally a Pakistani drone was shot down by BSF. And now the further investigating the case that how this drone is traveling to the Indian territory territory, as well as who are the people who are supposed to receive this consignment that was smuggled through drone. Every single day, Pakistan is trying to push the weapons and drugs through the drones, and even the Punjab is turning to be the transit point, and further BSF with the help of local police trying to investigate the matter of this entire nexus that was on the ground of Punjab, who were receiving these drugs and the weapons consignment. And even the search and operation is still continued in Amritsar nearby international border.
Commemorating Jinnah on the same day as the Congress launches the attack and insult on Bharat Ratna late Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Kochhar and the Videocon founder Venugopal Dhoot produced before the court in a loan fraud case. More live updates when we come back.
Amity faculty have filed over 1,700 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been conferred with the National Intellectual Property Award by Government of India for being the top Indian academic institution for patents and commercialization.
Tonight, a murder will be committed. If anyone can name the killer, that person wins our game.
This is truly delightful.
Holy
There has been a murder. For one person, this is not a game. A killer wouldn't hesitate to kill again.
You must be really great at clues.
I'm very bad at dumb things.
Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery.
एक दिन मैं सोते सोते गिर गया और मुझे कुछ नहीं हुआ। पता है किसने किया? घोस्ट ने। वो हर बार मुझे बचा लेता है। मिलोगे?
अरे कोई घोस्ट नहीं, रोनी के पापा ही हैं जो उसे सेफ रखते हैं, जैसे हैवेल्स लाइफ शील्ड वायर्स जो दिखते नहीं पर घर को सेफ रखते हैं, ना आग पकड़े न जहरीली गैस छोड़े, वायर्स दैट डोंट कैच फायर।
India welcomes those who further India's pride across the globe. Indian diaspora, partners of New India's growth journey in Amrit Kaal. Come and be a part of the 17th Pravasi Bharati Divas from 8th to 10th January 2023 at Indore, Madhya Pradesh, India. For registration, log on to pbdindia.gov.in.
क्या हुआ रोहन, क्या सोच रहा है?
रिया, पहली सैलरी मिली है, तुम भी कुछ आइडिया दो, एक्सपेंसेस को कैसे प्लान किया जाए।
रोहन, एक्सपेंसेस के साथ साथ इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लान करना भी जरूरी है।
देखो, सैलरी का कुछ हिस्सा घर के रेगुलर खर्चे के लिए और कुछ मैं अपने लिए भी तो सोच सकता हूँ ना, लेकिन इन्वेस्ट कहाँ करूँ?
सिंपल है, एनपीएस में।
एनपीएस में? रिया, अभी तो मैंने कमाना शुरू किया है, इतना आगे के लिए अभी से क्यों पैसे जोड़ूं?
वो देखो, एक एक करके ईंट जोड़ी जाती है, तब जाके एक घर तैयार होता है। वैसे ही अभी से पैसे जोड़कर हम भी अपना रिटायरमेंट सुखी बना सकते हैं।
बात में तो दम है।
एनपीएस कम लागत वाली फ्लेक्सिबल लॉन्ग टर्म योजना है, जिससे आपकी बचत ग्रो होकर पेंशन का लाभ देती है।
अच्छा, फिर तो मैं अभी अपना एनपीएस अकाउंट ओपन करता हूँ।
जो कल की सोचते हैं वो आज से ही थोड़ा थोड़ा जोड़ते हैं।
पेंशन है तो टेंशन नहीं। एनपीएस में निवेश बाजार जोखिमों के अधीन है।
Whenever I had ice cream or cold water, I would experience a sharp shooting sensation. So I just kept ignoring it. Even my hot chai was giving me the same amount of discomfort. My dentist recommended Sensodyne. So now I can be completely carefree and sip my hot cup of tea. It really works.
बच्चों का उत्साह, बच्चों के अंदर एक उमंग का भाव और बच्चों के अंदर एक गर्व की अनुभूति कि मात्र 9 वर्ष और 7 वर्ष की उम्र में जिन साहिबजादों ने अपने धर्म की रक्षा के लिए अपना बलिदान दिया है, उस बलिदान को ये आत्मसात करें, उन मूल्यों को, और राष्ट्र प्रथम के संकल्प के साथ अपने जीवन में शिक्षा प्राप्त करें, अपने कर्तव्य पथ पर आगे बढ़ें। और इसीलिए हमारे धर्म के प्रतीक, हमारे पताकाएं भी इनके हाथों में है और हमारे राष्ट्र का गौरव, हमारा तिरंगा ध्वज।
your favorite service provider. 10, which gets you the best of entertainment, is back with something very special.
अभी मजा आएगा ना भिड़ो.
Your 3 favorite movie channels are bringing in super blockbuster films with features like wider picture and crystal clear sound straight to your home.
Wow. Oh, I love that expression.
To subscribe to your favorite channels, contact your local cable TV operator today or call 10 toll-free number 1-800-419-2020 now.
Guys, just 1 second. Choosing a car for my mom.
What? Online car shopping? Wow, that's so cool, yeah.
शाहरुख ने बताया.
Wait up. Booking a car service.
From here.
क्यों? तुझे शाहरुख ने नहीं बताया?
इसने पूछा ही नहीं. There's so much more जो शाहरुख ने नहीं बताया. It's all on the industry first My Hyundai app. Open a world of possibility with My Hyundai app. One app, many worlds.
It is important to keep your HbA1c in the target range of 6.5 to 7% to avoid complications.
With Beto's Diabetes Care Program, get online doctor consultation, all your prescribed medicines and a dietitian consultation. Get a free glucometer and expert advice with Beto's Diabetes Care Program. Give a missed call on 740 1100.
Very good afternoon and thank you for tuning in. You're watching the news at 4 p.m. I'm Tunisha Sharma joining you live on the broadcast. Our focus is on the Tunisha death case, as it is Tunisha's mother who's blaming Shizan for what led to her daughter's suicide. But it is also Shizan who's claiming another fact where, I beg your pardon, where his claim in particular is that he had informed Tunisha's mother about Tunisha's state, but nothing was done about it. Now remember, at one end it is the depression theory, at one end it is the love jihad theory, but what exactly is the truth? The investigation continues. We'll get you all the angles on it. First, a quick check of the headlines.
शिजान ने तुनिशा को धोखा दिया. उसका पहले किसी लड़की के साथ इन्वॉल्वमेंट थी, उसके बावजूद भी तुनिशा को इसने इन्वॉल्व रखा अपने साथ. 3-4 महीने उसको यूज़ किया.
Tunisha's mother claims Shizan was in a relationship with other women. He cheated and tortured Tunisha. Police sources reveal just 15 minutes before the alleged suicide, Tunisha had lunch with Shizan at 3 p.m. Kochhar and Videocon founder Venugopal Dhoot produced before court in loan fraud case. Congress's Pawan Khera commemorates Jinnah in a tweet as he remembers his speech from 1947.
औरंगजेब और उसके लोग गुरु गोविंद सिंह के बच्चों का धर्म तलवार के दम पर बदलना चाहते. वो वीर बालक मौत से भी नहीं घबराए.
Prime Minister Modi makes big statement, mentions how Aurangzeb tried forced conversions, but Sahibzade did not give in. Rare in the history that story of sacrifice are forgotten, says Prime Minister, hailing Guru Gobind Singh and his sons. And we get you the latest in the Tunisha death case, where remember the investigation continues, but a lot of theories that are now being peddled. Republic has also spoken with those who knew Tunisha very closely, and they say that she was a very happy a girl who was very ambitious. She was doing extremely well. She was a child artist working from a very young age, and all was going well for her. It has come as a shock to the entire industry as to why would Tunisha attempt suicide when she had such a bright career ahead of her. Now, Tunisha's mother is saying that it is Shizan who was responsible for what led to her daughter's tragic end. She says that Shizan was in a relationship with Tunisha, but he used to torture Tunisha. He was also with other girls while he was in this relationship. He had made promises of marriage and commitment, but he never stuck by that. He had broken up with Tunisha 15 days before she actually went on to commit suicide. But what is now the biggest mystery is what had transpired in those 15 minutes. On Saturday, in the morning, Tunisha had left for her set on Naigaon, where she had gone and she was working as it was. But at 3 p.m., she had had lunch with Shizan. And we'll also put out those details. At 3 p.m., she had had lunch with Shizan, where Shizan had said that he tried to offer her food, but she did not have it. At 3:15 p.m., Tunisha committed suicide. What was spoken between the two? What was Tunisha upset about that she went on to commit suicide? Her friends say that it takes a lot of courage to go ahead to take your own life. What prompted Tunisha to do this? Those who worked with Tunisha and Shizan say that while they are not aware of the inside details, but all was well on the face of it. Now, sources also reveal that Shizan says that it was the religious differences also that led to the eventual breakup of Shizan and Tunisha. But Tunisha's mother claims that Shizan used to torture her, and she was under a lot of stress. She was feeling very bad with the way Shizan used to treat her, and which is why she took such a drastic step. Earlier on, we spoke to one of the co-actors. Let's listen in to what he said.
Mohit, you've gotten to spend some time with Tunisha on the sets. You've been her co-star. What was your bond with her like?
I had a very good with her. She's like Bacha. I used to call her Bacha only because she's only 20. And she used to call me Pachi. And like, she was amazing. She बहुत ही हंसती खेलती रहती थी सेट पे. मेरे रूम पे आ जाएगी, मस्ती करेगी. She was brilliant in that way. बहुत warm थी, बहुत affectionate थी. और मेरा बॉन्ड उससे ऐसा था, बड़े भाई था मेरा उससे.
But Zishan के साथ उनका relationship कैसा था on the sets, you know?
I have no clue यार. I have no, because I keep myself like to myself on the set. मैं ज़्यादा किसी बात नहीं करता हूँ. But Tunisha ऐसी लड़की थी जो हमेशा मतलब she used to reach out to you. She's very warm. तो वैसे मुझे I don't get into these personal things with people कि क्या चल रहा है, क्या हो रहा है. What kind of relationship they shared.
जी, I understand. Yes, absolutely. कभी ऐसा उन्होंने आपके साथ कभी शेयर किया हो that she's feeling depressed or she's having anxiety or of any sort?
देखिए मेरे साथ तो कभी उसने नहीं किया. I've never seen her also depressed on the sets क्योंकि मैंने जब भी हमारे सीन्स होते थे तो she used to be like बहुत खुश रहती थी, मजाक करती रहती थी वो सेट पे. तो मुझे तो कभी रियलाइज नहीं हुआ कि ऐसा कुछ है, मतलब that she can take such a step.
मैं केवल एक ही लाइन जानना चाह रहा हूँ आपसे कि कितने दुख की घड़ी है आपके लिए. आपकी क्या सोच है मैडम इस विषय को लेकर के? आपने अपनी बेटी को खोया है. आपको लगता है
बेटी को तो हाँ जी बोलो.
आपको लगता है शिजान को सजा मिलनी चाहिए? क्या आप जानती थी उसको?
हाँ, शिजान को सजा मिलनी चाहिए, ये तो मैं बोलूँगी पक्का. क्योंकि शिजान के साथ उसका रिलेशनशिप था, उसने ब्रेकअप किया, उसका पहले किसी लड़की के साथ था. उसने इसको बताया कि मैं उस लड़की को प्यार करता हूँ और मेरा तेरे साथ कुछ नहीं है, ऐसा चला. उसने ऐसा बोला इसको. और ये ठीक नहीं है ना. तुम किसी फिर इन्वॉल्व क्यों किया तुमने टुनिशा को? वो बच्ची थी, तू 28 साल का है, वो बच्ची है छोटी. मैं इन्वॉल्वमेंट क्यों की उसकी? शिजान को तो सजा मिलनी चाहिए. मेरा तो बच्चा गया, मेरा तो सब कुछ चला गया.
जी
हाँ,
लेकिन
बाकी आप बात कीजिए, मुझसे बात नहीं हो रही है अच्छी अभी.
Now remember, it is Tunisha's mother who out and out blames Shizan for what led to her daughter's end and why she decided to commit suicide. But it is Shizan putting forth another theory. To give you details of what is being said on both sides, Tunisha's mother says that Shizan was in a relationship with other girls and that he was cheating on Tunisha. He was never serious about the relationship and he always dodged her daughter, I beg your pardon. But also on the other hand, it is Shizan saying that there was a 7-year age difference between the two and there were religious differences. That is why he went on to break up with Tunisha.